give this a go. It looks nice. Mmm. Nice. Very nice. Chicken came out well. I'd recommend you do this. Yeah. That's the grain of the mussel. Cut it across like that, okay? You want to get little pieces out of it. So you chop up a bit of chicken. 5 grams of salt, 3 grams of MSG. Great for flavour. Juice from half a lime. Not much, is it? Quite a lot of cumin. 4 grams. 2 grams or a spoonful of chilli. A generous pinch of turmeric. 15 cranks of black pepper. 4 cloves of garlic. 1 inch knob of ginger. I chopped it all up because I don't have a pestle in my oven. 10 grams of tomato paste. 50 grams of plain yogurt, full fat. Mix and get that into every nook and cranny. That goes in the fridge for a while. And keep the air away from this stuff, okay? Okay. Keep it a bit fresher. It'll stop it from picking up flavours in the fridge. If you want to make your cilantro mint chutney, drop the following into a blender and then we're going to puree it so it's super smooth. So this is half the juice from a lime, 5 grams of salt, 15 grams of dried unsweetened coconut, grated coconut. And then when you get your tomato, buy a decent tomato, the expensive tomato, not the one that's bright red but cheap. The expensive ones are actually properly ripened. And then we have some chilies, so put them in there as well. About 15 to 20 mint leaves, about 5 grams, and a lot of cilantro, stems as well. A splash of water. After a few minutes in the blender, you end up with this lovely mixture. Doesn't look like much, but it's packed with flavour. So, to make the parathas, half a kilo of all-purpose flour in a bowl. Get your salt in there, 10 grams of salt, and 30 grams of oil. I'm using olive oil because I don't want a heart attack. Give it a mix. Initial mixing with a wooden spoon, but you do need to get in there because you're going to get little clumps like that with your olive oil and flour. And just kind of break them up, spread them out a little bit with your hands. Keep doing that until you've gotten out all the big clumps, okay? You've used your hands to mix in all the little bits of oil, add in 300 grams of water. And then with your fingers, just go in there. Just mix it up gently. It's going to be very wet, very messy. Don't panic. It will come together. Just keep going at it. 5 minutes to be grand. So after a while, it's come together. It kind of looks like that. Okay. No dry flour. We can leave it in the bowl and we can just cover it with some cling film. A little bit of cling film like that. Give it a rest for 15 minutes. Let the gluten develop. Okay, so this has been resting for about, I don't know, 15 minutes, half an hour. If you pull it up now, you'll see the gluten has formed and it's all hydrated. It's gone quite stretchy. Okay? Which is what we want. So we need to knead this for about 5 minutes, right? So let's cut off a piece. Let's do that little gluten check thing. Now we're gonna stretch it apart like this. We want to see if, it's kind of holding, right? So pick up some dough, use the scissors to cut some off, roll it up a little bit, put it on the scales. We're shooting for 100 grams, 101, perfect. After a while you end up with something that looks like that. 800 gram balls. After about 15 minutes, 20 minutes in maybe the oven, I know it turned on. They look like this. Then we throw down a bit of flour and we roll it out to about 12 inches, 35 centimeters in size. A little bit of flour, throw one down, a little bit more flour on top. We start rolling it out. An old mate of mine, Derek White, God rest his soul, would probably be screaming at me for the way I'm doing this. He was a chef. Okay, so you're looking for something like that, okay? So now that we've got that done, we're going to put some ghee on this. So now we have to put on our ghee. We don't put butter on stuff because butter's pretty good. Ghee is better. More ghee, the better, right? Trying to get your bit of ghee every day, right? Some say too much ghee is unhealthy, but let's agree to disagree. First thing in the morning, bit of ghee. Does you no harm at all, right? We're going to try and roll it up, and the rolling up is basically like that, okay? Concertina type thing. It might look a bit funny, but don't worry about that, okay? Alright, you got lots of, it's like a ribbon now, you got lots of, and then you just roll it up, alright? You sort of roll it up like that. Keep your thumb on it, keep it down. Just keep rolling it like that, okay? And then you tuck the end in like that, okay? And that's, you're kind of like, you're good to go there. Now we're going to give it a few minutes in that shape, and then we're going to roll it out fully. We start throwing chicken in there, spread it out nicely. So grab a handful and do that, do that. Alright.
That seasoning looks so good.
It is an amazing seasoning. It is the most amazing seasoning. Now, I chopped up the garlic with a knife. I would have preferred using a pestle and mortar.
We have one.
So we spread the chicken out so it has a little bit of room. There, another piece of chicken. It's okay to get pointy bits of chicken up because then you'll get nice little black bits because they're exposed, and those little black brownie bits are actually flavorful. Alright, so let's get a Kathi roll, a pretty one, and lay it down. So these have had about 15 minutes to kind of relax. This is a very pretty one, done by my daughter. Fantastic. Okay. Far better than any of the ones I did, actually. Keeps springing back. It's like it's made out of rubber. It doesn't want to like do its thing. I'm just gonna force it to stay in that position for a second or two. So once you've got your pan hot, just bring it in like that. Lay it down. Don't touch it. Just let it do its thing. We want brown on this. Brown is flavour. The smoke coming off it. Pick it up. Turn it over. That looks brilliant. You can also use something to push it down a little bit like that. Okay. See lots of smoke. And your camera starts melting. Turn it over like that. And try not to burn it the next time. Unless you're going to say something like entertaining. Alright, let's give this a go. Oh, it looks nice. It's nice. It's very nice. It's not so hot. The sauce isn't so hot when it's inside the roll. Chicken came out well. I'd recommend you do this. Yeah.